Let's talk about what has happened in the world of product management during 2025. 2025 has been a year of many different changes in the world of product management that probably all of the years are to a certain degree. But you can see that in 2025, AI has really exploded. AI has appeared in every single tool and everything is AI powered, as marketeers like to remind us. So now let's talk about what are the 4 trends that I've seen this year emerging. The first one I like to call the great cleanup. Basically, we have seen a ton of AI features being released into the market. And the reality is that most of them have realistically been more experiments than actual features, than actual solutions to problems that customers have. The reality is that there are different studies out there saying that many companies don't see the benefits or the ROI of the different AI experiments that they have been running. Some of the companies talking about 30% only being successful. This means that the reality is that in many cases, AI, let's call them what they are, features, they have not been solving the problems that customers have. And this number, by the way, doesn't differ from what a regular feature adoption is. So usually it's around 20 to 30% that new features are really adopted by the market. So you have seen already some kind of trend of trying to remove that friction that AI has introduced and trying to really concentrate on solving problems of the customers. This is something that is going to take a while and is never going to be 100% successful, as it never is with any product development that we do. The second trend that I've seen is radical lean. Basically, do more with less. This can mean do more with less people, do more with less technology, do more with basically some kind of less overhead. Many teams have been bloated. Many teams or many companies have very hierarchical structures. Lots of people that need to be involved in every single project. Many teams and many big companies have been focused nowadays in working or reducing the amount of layers in the company. And I'm not talking only about middle management, but basically reducing the size of teams and making sure that those teams are really not overloaded. And I don't mean overloaded with work. They probably are overloaded with work, and I don't think that that's going to change probably ever, but they're not overloaded usually with people, or they're trying, or it's a trend that is happening. I'm not saying that it's happening and that it has changed every single team out there. So you can see that many companies, different people, especially PMs, might be doing the work of a designer, might be doing the work of an analyst, a data analyst, or the work of a product marketing manager as well. And I think that this is a trend that was started with probably the big companies, the large tech companies, where they started to slim down their teams because there was a lot of nice to have being built into products that realistically were not bringing business value, they were not bringing business impact. I honestly like the trend. I don't like the trend, of course, of if this ends up with people being fired. That's a very different conversation. But leaning down teams, making sure that those teams are compact, that they own the products that they are selling or the products that they are solving those customer needs and that creating business success and being responsible for that business success. That is something that I think that is a positive change for the industry. The third one that I think that we have witnessed is the death of the discovery era. Because we have been talking about discovery in product management for a long time. Talk with your customers, understand their problems. But hey, you have AI. You can just go there, type in your computer, ask your question, get your market research, get all the answers that you need. But the reality is that that's not talking with your customers. You're getting a cooked question or a cooked answer, basically, and you're not getting the answer that is necessarily going to help your customers, not you, your customers. You have to help your customers. You have to still talk to people. AI should not be a replacement for that. AI can help you to go through all the insights that you have from different conversations from customers and help you make what are the most relevant topics that have been talked or have been discussed with customers. That can help. That's somewhere where AI can help you, but AI should not replace ever the conversations that you are having with your customers. So 2026, make sure that you make it about talking with humans again. The fourth trend that I've seen coming up is the value-based pricing. We have seen a lot of pricing done per seat, pricing done per transaction, very basically transactional ways of pricing. And I actually been very encouraging of this type of pricing. I think that is a very, in general, very fair way of pricing, but in reality is that it will make more sense that you are able to price per the value that you are giving to the companies, not necessarily per a transaction, because a transaction, you don't know what is the value that you are necessarily giving to your customers. This is like, if I'm selling you a course, am I selling you the hours that I'm there with you, or am I selling you the outcome that I'm going to help you achieve with when implementing the concepts of this course? This is the same thing. It's a little bit more like pricing like services, like pricing, especially how higher consulting firms are pricing. It's going to that model. I know that some people will not like it because potentially the pricing is going to be higher because they are getting more value out of the tools that they are using. So I think that we are going to see more companies moving away from a usage-based pricing and moving towards pricing based on the value that you are getting. So think about it again. Another example, you are not charging for somebody logging into your product or logging into your AI agent. They are going to be charged for the 10 hours that they have saved in their own work. So these four are the trends that I've seen coming. And you can say that there's a pattern with most of them, maybe except on the pricing, although I think that it still touches upon this topic, is that all of them require a successful pro operations in your company. If you are interested in getting a framework to set up your pro operations, and if you want to work with me setting up that pro operations, go check out the links in the description. This video is going to be released almost in the last day of the year. So I just want to thank you for all the support, coming back, the comments, and I always appreciate the comments and still talking to humans. If you want to give me new ideas on how to work, where to take the channel, what are the topics that could be interesting for you, please comment below, let me know. If you want to do me a big favor, you can just watch the video, like it, subscribe, and maybe share it with other people. Anyways, I wish you all a great end of the year. Have a great time. And definitely, I hope that 2026 is a great year for all of us. See you in the next one.